everyone, it's me, Blanche. Now, did you ever know that there is a cookie that is not only delicious, but it actually relieves upset stomach? Yeah, that really exists, I swear.
Yeah, I know.
We're going to show you how to make it right here on Feast in the Middle East. Now, these cookies, Mom, they're made with anise seeds that are ground up. What do you call this cookie in Arabic?
Yansoon.
Yansoon.
Yeah.
Now, the reason why we say that it relieves upset stomach is because anise seed in our culture, we use this for upset stomach. We even boil it with hot water for infants and add a little sugar to it.
Definitely.
They gulp it down if they have colic, and it seems to help.
Oh, I always used to give it to you.
You gave me plenty of this stuff when I was
a lot.
baby. Yeah, I was
you were very colicky.
I'm sure I was very colicky. So I thought it would be fun to recreate these cookies. It brings me great memories of my grandparents.
I know, and they're easy to make. It's
really
one bowl and you're done.
We don't even need yeast. And they puff up really nice.
They puff up very nice.
So what I'm going to do is first I'm going to start with 3 eggs that we're going to beat. I'm going to do the wet ingredients and my mom's going to tackle the dry ingredients. So I have three farm fresh eggs here. I get my eggs from, there is literally a farm. I know I live in an urban place, but there is a farm up the road. And I like to get my eggs from there. Okay. So 1, 2, and 3. This is an original Feast in the Middle East recipe for sure. There's nothing like it out there, and it works every time.
They all tell you, oh, you just keep adding until you see that you've reached the right consistency. What is the consistency?
Well, first we want to whip up the eggs really well till they're like frothy. All right, let's beat the hell out of these. All right. Now, here's a secret ingredient that's a modern touch because it's in my kitchen, and I am using 1 cup of avocado oil. I know that sounds weird, but you don't taste avocados with avocado oil. It's a Whole Foods oil. If you watch my previous video on the 6 foods you will not find in my kitchen, included in that is canola and corn oil, and I don't know why Arabs...
They all think that it's healthy.
Yes.
They all think that it's healthy. And
hello, no, I don't want hexane solvents in my cookie.
Have it in my house.
This is 1 cup of sugar. Now, I'm using regular sugar because I'm keeping it traditional, sort of like my grandparents made it. So we're just going to keep it with sugar and whip it up. Now
for the dry ingredients.
Dry ingredients.
These are 2 tablespoons of anise that's being ground. Now, I know that sounds like a lot, but believe me, that's what's going to give it the flavor. That's why they're called anise seeds, cookies. And then we have here...
That's 2 teaspoons of baking powder.
Yeah.
Right here.
2 teaspoons. I like to sift it. This is being pre-sifted, the flour, and I want to sift the baking powder, and this is
half a teaspoon
baking soda.
Half a teaspoon of baking soda.
So mix it all with the whipper. What I had it here.
This one? A whisk, you mean?
Yeah, a whisk.
She calls it a whipper.
Well, it was. You
Mom,
whip with
cute.
it. Yeah, you whip. You
know, maybe whipper is. Maybe we'll just call it a whipper from now. She's gonna whip my head with it.
Anyways, so we just mixed it all.
Whip it good. Okay, we'll put that away.
Okay, and now we just add it gradually
to the wet mixture.
Look how easy can it get? Okay, I'm gonna do it in thirds one time, and
so
carefully. Don't.
So this is what I do. I like to stir it first before I set the knob, because then it'll explode a bunch of flour in our faces. So this is what I like to do first. I'm just gonna do it without. See, there we go.
Another third.
All right, I'm just gonna do it by hand. Notice I'm not activating the hand mixer because I don't want to dirty my mom's beautiful blouse, because then she'll get mad at me.
Then you have to dry clean it for me.
And then I'll have to dry clean it for her. And that will really suck, because sometimes dry cleaning costs more than the actual clothing, which is ridiculous. So forget it. Okay, here we go.
I'm gonna add the whole thing.
Okay, so we added the whole thing. So that was 3.5 cups of flour. And I'm just gonna work it by hand first. I will probably have to set in the mixer, but I'll only do it like kind of at the end, after it's kind of incorporated. I have learned the hard way. This is the way to do it. All right, so here we go.
Wow, it's awesome.
Look at that. And it smells amazing because the anise, it's got that sort of licorice-y kind of smell to it.
Sometimes you want to refrigerate this
Yes.
a little bit.
I think refrigerating cookie dough is always a good option because
Yeah.
it's easier to shape afterwards without it getting too sticky. So I recommend, refrigerating this for about an hour before molding into cookies.
Saran wrap. You put it in
Yeah, and saran wrap. So I'm gonna just set this aside. And again, I prepared some dough in advance, Mom, so we can shape some cookies
Shape it.
together.
Okay.
Look at that dough.
Oh, this is perfect.
All right, so let me just put a little bit of oil there and just grease the pan. Everybody keeps asking about these pans. They're from Palestine, just to let you know. Will YouTube demonetize this video because I use that word? I don't know, but that's what they do.
It's the easiest way to do these, I found out, is to make it. Now, this is something blanche. I don't know if you know about it.
Let's try it.
But what I do is I take a small amount
Okay.
and I shape it like that.
Okay, it's like our date ring cookies. You guys could look at date
And
ring
then
cookies.
you
kinda
flatten
similar.
it like that.
Oh, you flatten it first.
And then you make a hole
oh,
in the middle.
okay.
And then you kind of work it out like that.
Okay,
This
so
way
make a
you don't
hole.
have a seam.
Oh, that's perfect.
See?
See, the way I did it, they have seams. This is brilliant.
this
that
way,
you don't have
no
to have
seam.
a seam.
Okay, no seam.
All right.
Okay.
Cool.
So that's how I make
So
them.
just make them like that.
Here.
So now what we're gonna do to give the cookies some extra shine, this is not a requirement. So this isn't it, guys. We have to dunk the cookies into sesame seeds. So the sesame seeds, now let's say you just dunk it like this. Let's try and see what happens. So if you just dunk it square in the sesame seeds, they stick around pretty nicely. But if you want the cookies to have an extra sheen, here's a quick tip. You can take some, we've got some cream or half and half, right? And brush the cookie with the half and half like that. Like that. And then dunk it into the sesame seeds.
Another alternative is to brush it with syrup, simple syrup, and
you go.
that you add some either orange blossom water or just a tiny bit for flavor.
Oh, that's a good idea. It
then-
adds more sweetness to the cookie too.
Yeah.
But they stick on just fine without either. But this is just to add a nice sheen to it. So use simple syrup or use some cream. And we're just gonna keep working on these cookies. And actually, I baked some in advance.
Oh, you did?
Because I made some earlier.
Oh my
And
God.
I made them kind of big. In fact, I made them so big, our cameraman Josh thought they were bagels.
That's fine. Instead of eating 2 or 3, you eat 1.
Yeah.
That's it.
Maybe you can stick cream cheese on them. I don't know. But we can call them, bagel cookies. I don't know. So she's going to continue doing that.
Continue doing that. And then,
And I'm going to
there
show
we
you.
go.
So we baked them in the oven.
Ooh, they look good, Blanche.
Look at that.
They really look good. They look very professional.
So I baked them in the oven at 350
This is
degrees.
perfect.
I know it's huge. At 350 degrees for about 12 minutes. You want them browned on top. These are really ginormous. You don't have to make them that big. You can make them all small and petite and cute.
Or you could
They
make
are
them-
going to puff up in the oven. They're not going to stay that small,
They
by the
are.
way.
They will.
But let's look at the inside of the cookies so you can get an idea. They have a nice rustic texture and they're perfect for dunking into milk or coffee. I'm going to give you a bite while you're working on them. Go for it. What do you think? Aren't they good? They're really good. Avocado oil works, guys. That's my tip.
No.
I know it's expensive, but I'd rather spend money on food than on doctor's bills later in life because I'm eating good quality food. I'm hoping to extend, my health
These
as
are
long as possible.
So tender and so delicious.
Aren't they?
Yeah.
They're awesome. So that's it really for this cookie making extravaganza with my mom. As you can see, she's brushing the rest. Tell me, do you guys want more desserts or do you want more savories? Leave them in the comments below and let me know. Make sure to subscribe and hit that bell so you can get our videos as soon as we upload them. And a huge thank you to our Patreon communities for helping us make these productions, for hiring exceptional people like Josh, who's behind the lens. Until next time, صحتين.
The best of the best. صحتين.
The best of the best. Those are so pretty, Mom. You're such a perfectionist. I love it.
Yours are pretty too. I like yours.
There's my bagel cookies.
Yeah, no, they look good. But you
Bagel cookies. My brand new cookbook is finally complete. Whether you're homesick and miss the Arab cuisine your mom used to make, marrying into an Arab family and want to learn the most popular dishes, or you just love Middle Eastern food, my brand new cookbook is just for you. Just go to feastinthemiddleeast.com to get this book full of meticulous recipes, beautiful photos, personal family stories, ingredient info, and much, much more.